So part two, this is the second half of the video, and what we're doing with this is I had to split the video in two because it was just too long. So this is the second part of the feeding video, but with this one we've got the arboreals and the remainder of the slings, which are the ones that we rehoused on the second day. So it's sort of their 24 hours is up as well at the end of this video, so you'll get to see them. Mainly Trapepi, as I remember. I think there was 4 or 5 Trapepi that have been rehoused, but you'll see that they are you know, just as ferocious as the rest of them. So I hope you enjoy the video. So without further ado, let's roll VT. Right, so now we're going to go on to the arboreals. Now this is a Psalmophilus armenia. Now the problem is I have with this one, it's not a problem, but I put them into these tubs which I didn't really think about at the time. They're not the greatest of enclosures, but they're ideal in size. I put this in here. Oh dear. In fact, I've got 3 of my arboreals in identical tubs, and the reason that is because they're just ideal. They go up from the sort of tree, you know, the bigger. I'm just filling up a. Ignore me a second. This noise. I'm just filling up a tub so that I can. I'll give them some water, but because I don't want to open up the lid, because I don't know if you can see, but here, this is all attached to the lid, so kind of makes things a little bit awkward when you're trying to feed them. But awkward's good. We can do awkward, and it's actually grown on to be an absolutely lovely spider. So I literally can aim with the with the syringe, and then at least I'm getting the water in. Now people are saying, why don't you just glue it on the thing and like glue it up? Yeah, ideally that would be brilliant, but just the actual size of the enclosure, it just limits things. But you'll see I've done one just like that. So now the opening to the hatch is just there. It might come out, we might be lucky enough to see it. So this is where its opening is here, but it might not, it might go not coming out. So maybe I'm just putting them on the web in the hope that we'll get to see it. But yeah, it's a decent size sling. I don't want it to go too far because I'll end up damaging the entrance, but I don't think we're going to see it. And that one will hunt those anyway, so I'm not too worried. Now, this is another Psalmophilus. Now this one is this is the Cambridgei. Now this one, as you can see, or maybe not, but this one has built its web. There you go. There it is. It's built its web, and made like a hammock along there, and yeah, it's like literally, this is why I've kind of decided that maybe this isn't the greatest of enclosures. So I do need, and this one definitely needs a rehouse now. It's sort of, I mean, it's fine in there. Let's just show you. So you can see it there. And just to give you some size comparison, that's my sort of pinky finger. So, you know, it's a decent sized sling. Probably sort of heading to potentially a young juvie. But in fact, what I'll do first of all is fill its wall, and this is where it becomes a massive problem, because I've got to try and get water through all this webbing to its dish. So that's where that comes into its own. Go through the hole, and then I can fill the water dish. Right, so sorry, back to this. Right, so the recording stopped, that was all. So this is the size of the roach for this one. So there's my fingernail, there's my pinky there. That'll give you some kind of idea. That size red runner's going into this one. What I don't want to do is damage its web, so it's literally got the tiniest of... Now it will know that prey's in there, and it will hunt it, so I'm not really too fussed. I just need to get some more red runners in my tub. Get some fairly decent sized ones for this one. It's a bigger spider for sure. And then we haven't damaged the webbing, and we've fed the spider, so there is a spider, and it will definitely, in fact I can just see there's a molt there as well, so it's recently molted. Got water in there, got prey in there, so happy days really. I mean, these aren't, we're not going to get the same effects as we potentially would have previously. So this is an avicularia, which is the Garnea pink toe. You can see the setup for this one. Literally at this size, I keep them relatively dry, and they are just pretty placid as spiders anyway. I was ready for that, I missed it. And they are placid. I mean, we say placid, chilled. Is that a good word? Better word? There you go. But this one, yeah, nice size. And I sort of give this sort of 4 similar size roaches, and then yeah, apart from idiots that fall in the water, will get out of there, but and what they tend to do is hide or get themselves on the bark and whatever else. And this one generally, it hasn't webbed up at all really. The cork tube was in there for it and give it a chance to web up, but it hasn't bothered. It tends to stay on the lid. But there we go. Anyway, that's the avic. And the final one is probably my best success, shall we say, because they're not the easiest of spiders to keep. It's webbed up on the roof, I hadn't realised. They're not the easiest, and they're not the the easiest to keep, but this one is probably one of my greatest successes, and this is the Avicula durensis, which is the second morph, so the Peruvian purple. And this spider is just like one that you just think, never ever in a month of Sundays am I going to be able to keep a tarantula like this. You hear all of these things about temperature and water and humidity, and they're just, they're similar things to like the Avix. You get the care sheets and all that kind of stuff, and actually it's been a dream. It really has. Similar to an Avic in coloration, you can see it's got the sort of Avic juvie kind of look about it, but I was going to have that then, but it didn't. You might be able to see it better now it's moving. It's got gorgeous markings on its abdomen. But there we go. So that is I would say, one of my success stories. Right then guys, so next one we've got is the species King Kraken. Okay, so it's Chilobrachys, otherwise known as the dark earth tiger. Now this one, in the day, and it's just over a day since I've basically since I transferred them from their sling pots, has created this, so massively impressive. That's just a feeding reaction, that's fine. This one's obviously hungry. There we go. I don't know if you saw that on camera, to be fair. Absolutely stunning. Camera's sort of looking through the web, but yeah, it's webbed all around the outside, so proper happy with that. That looks really smart. Okay. And this is the Brachypalma Amelia. This one's up for a feed. Or maybe not. No, not interested at all. I'll sleep that in there, that's fine. And now we've got the Tilter Cattle Vegans. This one's obviously a bit of a bulldozer. So just in here, and it's just extended that burrow I made for it, so hopefully it will come out and eat. Yeah, let's just set that roach. And check on the other one. Unfortunately you couldn't see that, so it was a waste of time. Oh, it's coming out. Is it coming out? It's got it in its fangs, but whether or not it comes out I don't know. Yeah, it's staying in there. And now we go on to the tripepes. There's 4 of these to feed. Again, this one has decided it wants to bulldoze, which is fine. But I do like to make sure they've got water. So there's the entrance to the burrow. Another Nandu tripepe. Seems he wanted to come out, but he has just nailed both of those. I've got another tripepe and this one's out, so hopefully I'll get a feeding response off this one. Back of the burrow. That's cockroach. Last one on this trippepi is actually like at the next stage, so you can see it's almost got like an aging appearance with the striping of the legs. There's a sling, so it's just the next sort of phase on, but they do have striped legs at this age. Let's see if we can get this one out to feed. See it coming out of its burrow. Oh, there he is. Just nailed it. There we go. Coming out for a bit of a show. And going back down. That's it guys, that's all of them fed from the ones that we rehoused, so I enjoyed that. I'll go back up. So that's the end of part 2, and that's it. For the feeding video. There was a lot of tarantulas we fed, and some absolute stunners, I think you will agree. All at you know, when we're sort of feeding the big tarantulas, it's always nice because, you know, they're big and the prey's bigger and all that kind of stuff, but actually the whole process is exactly the same. You'll notice that with some of the prey I was killing, or certainly sort of slowing down the nymphs just to give the spider that little bit extra chance. I do put in pre-kill depending on the size of the slings, but these are all quite, you know, as you saw, they can hunt down and do what they need to do. The video actually, because it's in 2 parts, is just purely down to the fact that it was, you know, it took so long. So I hope you enjoyed it. As it's the end, I'm going to give a shout out to a video or a YouTuber that I admire and I watch, and today is Dave Little Beastie's shout out. I mean, he doesn't need a shout out, the guy's a legend, but you know, if you have any queries on anything arachnid or sort of invert keeping, you know, wise, the guy is full of knowledge. So definitely give him a look up. If you haven't subscribed to Dave, where have you been? Okay, Dave is the man. He lives on the wall, he's up here. Okay, so definitely give him give him a look up. If you're watching me and you haven't subscribed to Dave, then I have no idea how that's happened, but I'm sure you are already. For me, please give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. Please consider clicking subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Welcome. If you are watching this for the first time, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you won't miss any of the videos going forward. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, and without further ado, we're going to say bye. So stay inverted, keep it crawly, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers guys.